Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to another one of our Bonfire beer reviews.
Colder than the last one.
No, seriously, yeah, I was just about to say that. Our first episode was -5. First episode was -5. Our last, I don't even know how many episodes, 8, 6, whatever it was nicer. Now, today marks the day that Northern Michigan said, no, just kidding, it's not spring. And now it's cold again. Not that we thought it was spring, but it went from
we're dying.
It went from 20 degrees to being back to negative temperatures. And our entire lawn is, front and backyard is just a sheet of ice.
Literally ice capades.
So let me tell you what beer we are doing today. We are doing the Elysian Day Glow IPA.
It's got a cool tiger on it, shooting laser beams out of his eyes.
Holographic laser beams.
He's
when
got
you move it in the light.
freaking lasers.
Okay. All right. The holographic portions they put on not only their 6-pack case, the 12-pack case, and the bottle itself, for some reason, just really sells me. Immediately, I'm yeah, I'm gonna need to take that home with me. Dana had to move because we thought he was on fire, so we just make sure he's still in frame.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but the flames were tickling my leg.
Yeah, I need a moderator, a fire moderator. When we do this live, I'll need someone who's hey guys, you're on fire. And before anyone calls me out on this, okay, hypocritical. I just complained about the temperature and I'm wearing pajamas.
And moccasins.
And moccasins, not even real shoes, and no socks.
With no socks.
And no gloves.
I got gloves.
And a hat, and a giant, Youper hat. Yeah.
Don't you know?
No, this is why I have circulation problems.
I'll feel that later.
Yeah, he will, because I'm putting my feet on him. That's how I sleep at night. Anyway, 6.5 is what it says. He said 7.4 ABV, 65 IBUs. If a tiger with freaking laser beams coming out of its eyes doesn't scream awesome to you, maybe you should switch back to Bud Light.
It's a freaking laser.
This is Seattle, Washington. Another Manic Lupululu.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
I'm sure.
This is a beer with the insistent beat of hops as driving and inevitable as a full moon party in hard rain.
And it's a full moon. Almost.
It drips with tropical, sunshiny mosaic and twinkles with touches of Eldorado and Centennial. Lots of hops in this one, baby. 4 or 5 different ones. A touch of wheat hazes the malt bill a bit around the edges, and the IBUs are stuck in the mid-60s. So there are 60,000 reviews overall, 1,297 just this month. Overall rating is a 3.8 average for everybody and a 3.6 from the people that we follow on UNTAPPD. Okay, Lizzie from Till Beer Do Us Part gave it a 3.7.
Hey, Lizzie.
No Hype did it. He actually said great, but he didn't give a rating or anything else. All right, tell us what you got on the nose.
I can smell a whole bunch of different fruit.
Okay, tropical fruit?
Tropical.
Okay.
I smell the Centennial hops. Very fragrant. There was a good size head on it when I poured it.
I saw that. It had to settle actually a lot.
Yeah, it settled a lot.
Did you drink it while I was rambling?
No, I didn't drink it.
Oh, okay. The head's gone.
Maybe the fire scared the head away.
Not with a tiger with laser beams.
But it's got freaking lasers.
Okay. All right.
Juicy. Tastes good.
Sweet? Bitter?
Somewhat sweet, somewhat bitter. Kind of right in the middle.
Okay.
Grapefruit taste in there somewhere, and the citrusy tastes. Pretty good though.
So you don't get tropical then? You don't get mango?
It's tropical.
Guava, pineapple?
I do. It's more. The aftertaste is more on the bitter side, like a grapefruit.
It does smell very, very fruity. Very.
Yeah.
It actually smells really good to me.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I smell orange. I smell mango. I smell that.
Yeah, it's tropical.
I smell it. Yeah.
In the end, it comes off like a little bit of a grapefruit.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I get kind of a grapefruit at the very end of it, at the finish. But I do taste mango. Pretty heavily, I taste mango. Mango, papaya, something along that family. Yep. So this is extremely tropical, and I'm not going to say what I always say with an IPA.
Torpedo.
I'm not going to say, I thought it though. I smelled it, I was like, torpedo. But but I'm not going to use that reference every time. So
you don't know what we're talking about, it's tropical torpedo.
I actually really like this beer. I'm glad we have a 6-pack because I can have one and not feel bad. So I really hope that you don't hate my beer So if I steal one of yours, you can
I actually
have one
like,
of
it's a
mine.
porter. I like those.
Anyway, going back to the
Fire got
Elysian.
my brain.
It's very sweet, it's subtle, it's bitter, but only at the very end, and it's not bitter in like a unforgiving way. It's bitter in a you'll get over this, take another sip kind of a way.
Call me tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. Like we can go on a second date, like me and this beer. I mean, we can hang. I think it's good.
Not overly active. It's
Yeah.
not under. It's not like you're drinking a flat beer, and it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm just ate Pop Rocks. Sorry.
Pop Rock flavored beer would be
That would
fun.
be a great idea.
That would be fun. Pop Rock beer challenge.
Pop Rocks beer challenge.
Someone do
Someone
it, or
do
wait
it.
for us to do it. We are doing the Edmund Fitzgerald. No, it is not the first time I've had this beer, but it's been at least a solid 3 years since I've had it. So I'd like to go at it with how I look at beer now is so much different than how I looked at it 3 or 4 years ago.
Which is an interesting idea for a video too, like
Yeah.
tasting
Revisiting.
beers or beers revisited.
Yeah.
The more you grow and the more you educate yourself on craft beer, going back and kind of revisiting some of those first beers that you really fell in love with,
Right.
or didn't fall in love with.
So this beer, a lot of you guys have probably already had this beer. It is not, like I said, it's not new by any means. Great Lakes Brewing Company is Cleveland, Ohio. Let me see what the bottle says as far as ABV, because as we all know, Untapped is not the most reliable. 6% is what it says here, 37 IBUs, and it has a code for best if drank by April 21st of 2018, so it is definitely fresh. So there is 114,000 reviews on this beer.
It's been around for a while.
114 though. It's one of those like, it's all year round. It's always on the shelf. Overall is 3.8. From people we know would be 9 ratings, and they gave it a 3.5. Let me see if there's anybody that I can shout out. Okay, Brad Allison did a tasting of it last February, and he gave it a 3. Oh, Dan from Dan and Lizzie, which
okay.
is Till
Hey,
Beer
Dan.
Do Us Part. Dan did the review as well. He gave it a 4.
Wow.
And he did the review in 2015. Okay, so let's get into the beer.
right.
When I first poured it, it had like a 2-finger head. It was a light caramel color. It now has kind of gone down quite a bit, but it's coating the glass very nicely. There's a lot of carbonation still going through the glass. It's not completely obsidian in here. You can see
No,
through
it's
it.
not black. You can definitely see through it.
Yeah, and I can see bubbles passing through as well, but I mean,
That's what you'd expect from a porter, though, right?
yeah, it definitely would. Yeah, exactly. It's not a stout. It's kind of hard. It smells very like. I know a lot of this term always sounds weird for me to use it, but it is accurate. It smells bready. As and I don't know how to describe this either. But this is something that maybe I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes there are beers that have this aftertaste that's almost metallic, and that could just be me. You guys got to remember, we're out here in the cold. Definitely tastes like a porter. Like, and I know it's such a blanket term and kind of like a cop-out thing to say when you try a beer, but when you hear a certain beer style and something doesn't live up to it, it's such a bummer. When you hear porter, you expect a few things. When you taste this beer, you get exactly a representation of what a porter should be.
See, the name is Edmund
Fitzgerald.
right?
Yeah.
Like, so Edmund Fitzgerald, if you don't know, was a freighter that sank, All Lives Lost. It was a Gordon Lightfoot song. It's very famous
Yeah.
up here.
Yep.
So I try to, sometimes when they name a beer like that, I'm like, all right, why did they name it Edmunds Fitzgerald?
Right.
Was it just because it's Great Lakes Brewing, or what was the reason for it? And it almost smells fishy to me. And I don't know, honestly, if it's subliminal because of the name, but kind of does.
Well, the only thing it says in here, there's nothing indicating there's anything like fishy, swampy, salty, briny about it, which brine is usually how beer can taste a little bit fishy. The only thing it says on the bottle is robust and complex. Our porter is a bittersweet tribute to the legendary freighter's fallen crew, taken too soon when the gales of November came too early. Old books?
I don't know, like fishy and old books. It's not a.
What?
It's
Like a
weird,
newspaper? Okay, here's
like
what I
you
just
drank
pictured.
An old library.
No, listen. That's weird to even say. But listen.
I don't know
Here's
what
what
else to say
I
about it.
picture with the two things you said you smell. I picture a guy on like a pier or a boardwalk cleaning a fish on old newspaper, and then you like walk by and you're like, Edmund Fitzgerald? That's
Kinda,
what you're thinking?
yeah, kinda. And
That's
it's not
weird. That's the
it's not even an
weirdest
insult.
thing you've ever said.
It tastes okay. It's really cold.
Yeah, it's probably too cold. Is what
And
it
I
is.
like porters for the most part, because a porter to me is
A
a happy
crossover.
medium.
Yeah. Now that you say something, I almost get like a musty type of a thing. I don't get fish though, by any means.
I smelled fish. I didn't taste fish.
Are you sure you're not burning something you shouldn't be?
There's no fish in there. Well,
Did
I'm
add-
gonna make a beer and call it Fender Bender then.
Fender bender?
Yeah, name it after a car wreck.
What kind of car wreck?
Fender Bender.
Grandma got ran over by a John Deere? Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to this very chatty
Wow.
Bonfire beer review. I'm hyper, guys. I'm just really hyper today.
Well, thanks for tuning in. And,
Make sure if you haven't already, you hit the subscribe button. What should we do to the bell?
take the bell, put it in the back of your car, and run over it a couple of times. Smash it.
But keep it with you always.
Yeah.
Hold it dear to your heart, but really give it a beating.
Really just pummel
Yeah.
it, destroy it.
Let's just make that a new
Crunch
thing.
it.
Like, leave us a comment below. What else should we have you guys do to the bell?
Put it in the can crusher at Walmart and smash it.
Oh my goodness. And make sure you don't forget to like this video. Likes are really important. Good night and cheers.
Good night and cheers.
What are you doing, babe?
I'm warming my butt up. That chair is cold. The chair is icy cold.
We do it for you guys, okay? We're cold for you people.
Well, no, we're cold because there's fire and beer, but I sit in that chair because of you people.